February is Black History Month, and we are shining a spotlight on community leaders making a difference in the fight for equality.
Among them, Dr. Daniel Lewis, who has served the San Fernando Valley for nearly 20 years. In addition to caring for patients, Dr. Lewis has strived to address inequities in the healthcare industry. He currently holds the title of Chief Diversity Officer for the FACE Medical Group and was named Chairman of the Black Physician Council in 2020. And today, he joins us live to talk about the importance of diversity in the medical field. Dr. Lewis, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. So tell us what inspired you to get into the healthcare industry, and tell us more about your work with the FACE Medical Group.
Okay, that's great. My aunt, she was the one. She said, she's a pediatrician. She said, Dan, what do you want to do when you grow up when you're 16? When I was 16, and she said, think about being a doctor. I said, well, okay. So I went and I saw what she did. And I said, this is pretty cool. And when I started to germinate that idea of, what I want to do with my life to other people, especially in the Black community, it was so uplifting. And it's like, oh, this is great. You can do this. I would have to say she is my first person I look to as my inspiration, but the Black community itself really was uplifting for me to do it. So if I don't do it, I feel like I would leave the whole community down by not doing it. So that's what really inspired me.
That's fantastic.
So,
according to the American Medical Association, racial and ethnic minorities experience a lower quality of health care, and they're less likely to receive routine medical care. So what are some of the factors creating this gap in care, particularly for Black Americans?
I think you got to look at this in two ways. One is the long term. In the long term, there needs to be more minority physicians, more Black physicians. In the short term, we have to do kind of these stopgap measures to try to help things along. Here at FACE, we have communications trainings that help. I myself, I started the Black Physician Council here at FACE at FMG, and we've had a patient appreciation days. We've made flyers saying, go, please see your primary care doctors. One of our gynecologists was really instrumental in terms of the Black mamas glowing. I don't know if you know, but there's a major health disparity in women's fetal maternal health. In terms of black females are dying at a much higher rate than any other community. So she has been, really instrumental in terms of pushing this forward. And ultimately, we're going to create a scholarship to help students or medical students or interns and residents that are poised to go into the medical field.
And good to have a role model like you, an inspiration for others. Tell us, what is your advice for patients who feel they have been discriminated against while receiving treatment? What can they do?
Ooh, wow, that's a tough question. But I would say, honestly, when it comes to patient-physician relationship, this should be sacred. This is one of the biggest relationships of your life. You got to feel comfortable with your doctor. So I would ask all my minority patients, please feel comfortable with their PCP. And if they don't feel comfortable, ask for a second opinion. If you don't feel comfortable, ask for a second opinion. But like I said, overarching, we need more Black and other minority candidates to be physicians.
Let's get more doctors like you. Dr. Daniel Lewis, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for the community. Have a great day.
No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Have to have him back.